Hi and welcome all to the second session of Average Q&A by Roshan Kumar.
Okay, so question number 11, which is asked by one of my friend here. It says that batsman in his 17th inning make a score of 85 and thereby the average increased by 3 runs. What is the average after 17th inning? If I'm not wrong, if you have attended type 3 of my average, in type 3 I've spoken about this kind of, particularly this kind of thing only. How do I say that this is type 2 1, type 2 type 3, sir? Let me tell you very clearly, my friend. Whenever I'm telling it to everyone, whenever you guys will see something like increase or decrease, whenever these things will come into picture, you should always come back and say that this is your type 3, because that's where the property will come into picture and increase decrease will come into picture. How to solve it, sir? I'll give you one quick method. I'll give you one faster method. If you'll not follow, then I'll come back with the formula method and solve the problem. Is that clear? So my method number 1 right now here is, it says that in 17th inning, this gentleman have made 85 run. And can I say that whatever happened, that happened because of 85 run only? For how many innings, sir? 17 innings, sir. 3 run increase. And if you remember my part 3 of the average, I told very clearly, average can be increased only and only if all the 17 inning will increase. If all the 17 inning will increase, means 17 into 3, 51 run will only go to increase the average. Out of this 85 run, 51 run will go only to increase the average. Is that clear to every one of you? If 51 run go only to increase the average, what is left out? Now see how easy it becomes. This is your increment component or increase component, then this will be the original average. Always remember. See, whenever I have given you other example also, I hope you remember this example. I have a group of scores. If one score go out, or let's say I have group of members, I have men in my group. One person who go whose age was 24, the one person who come out whose age was 24, and if another person will go inside whose age is also 24, then there is no change in average. Am I correct about this part of story? On the same line I'm taking it up. Means in order to maintain the average, I should at least replace the original one. Same here, out of 85, 51 run went to increase, but this increase will happen only after balancing the original average. Only after the original average are balanced. So this 34 run, what you I'm talking here is the average of 16th inning. Now increase happen. How much increase happen? 3 increase happen. Since 3 increase happen, if 3 increase will be happening here. So this, if I'm not wrong, 34 plus 3, if I'm not wrong, this will be 37, which is nothing but the average speed after 17th inning. Before 17th inning, answer will be 34. After 17th inning, answer will be 37. Only you have to focus upon the question. So if you read the question here, 10 years ago, the average age of 4 member, the average of 4 member is 24. And according to our concept, if average is 24, I can say that each and every member is also 24. That is how we learned in the definition of average. Actually, this is 10 years ago, which means that in present, it should be 34. In present, it should be 34. But it is not 34, sir. How much? It remained same today also. Same means it remained as good as it was 10 years ago. So actually this is 24 only, sir. So what actually happens, sir? Member who born, the average should not, it should increase and become 34, but it does not become 34, it remain only 24. So my question is that, what is the age of the younger member? No problem. So if I do this calculation here, can I say that from this point, if I'm going towards it, there is a decrease in the average. And how much decrease in the average happened, my friend? 10. I hope you can understand. There's a decrease in average of 10 here. How many members were there in the beginning? There were 4 members. How many more members joined the group? Means how many more children born? 2. So total member is how much? 6. So can I say that ultimately on the average, there is a dip of 60. I hope you understand. If 10 is the decrease, which means that each and every member will be decreased by 10, and ultimate decrease on entire group will be 60. Understood? If both of them would have been 34 plus 34, that is equal to 68. I hope everyone understood that. If both of them, children whom we are talking about, if both of them are 34 as well as 34, then then there is no change. Because I hope, let me explain it here. I'm explaining it here. Let's say I have four member A, B, C, D. This is only explanation. You need not to do this examination. This is just explanation. I am saying that their age is 24, 24, 24, and here also 24. When this is 10 year ago. Now let's say in present two more member E and F join, and if they're also of the same age, then there is no increase, no decrease. Let me first come back to the present, because 10 years ago E and F does not exist. So in present there should be 34, 34, 34, and here also 34. Stop me if I'm going anywhere wrong which you're not able to follow. I hope everyone understood that these people should be 34, 34, 34, 34. This is what I was trying to tell you. If these both kids are also 34, I know 34 is not a kid, but I'm just trying to tell you, if both of them are also 34, can you say that there is no dip in the average? If you have a group of the 6 member where all of them are 34, 34, can I say that your average could have been 34 only? But these members are not of 34. These members are less than 34. That is why there is a dip. If this member would be more than 34, average will increase. This member should be less than 34, then average will decrease. How much is the decrease on all 6 member? 60. Which means that out of 68, which they should be there to retain the average, 60 are gone. Means these 2 members are only contributing 8 years. How many years they are contributing? 8 years. Now there is one more information given over here, that difference between their age is 2 years. If the difference between their age is 2 years, means one fellow will be X, then other will be X plus 2. Then this both will be equal to 8 years. So this is 2X plus 2 will be equal to 8. I hope everyone can say that 2X is equal to 6, which means that X is equal to 3. I hope you see that out of X and X plus 2, the younger one is X. What they're asking? The younger one. What is the value of younger one? 3. So if you ask me, this is just a backup for you to make you so that why I'm writing 34 and 34, sir. I'm just trying to explain that why I'm doing this, why I'm taking these values while doing the shortcut. So this is 34 years, sir. This is also 34 years, sir. I hope you understand. This should be, this is what I'm assuming, but my assumption is wrong. How I understood my assumption is wrong? Because instead of 34, I got the average as 24. And I also understood that since average dipped, since average decreased, these members are less than, how much less than? 10 for one member, so for 6 member, 60. So they are not 68, they are 60 less than 68, which is equal to 8. Once I come to know that both members, child 1 plus child 2 is equal to 8, you can use your brain also. If their age difference is 2 years, so obviously 8, if you don't want to do this equation also, I'll tell you how to write this. You want to write 8 into summation of 2 number. There are many methods. One method called 7 plus 1, not possible. Next one is 6 plus 2, not possible. Next is 5 plus 3, possible. And next one is 4 plus 4. These are the only pair possible to make 8 as a summation of 2 number. Here your difference does not satisfy, so this is wrong. Here also does not satisfy, wrong. So this is your final answer. Those who don't like writing equation, for them this method also come very handy. See here, average age of 4 member 10 year ago was 24, so I'll write 24 on my book. This is 10 year ago, so this will become 34. I hope everyone agree. But because of 2 more members, this again become 24. Everyone followed? Means there is a dip of minus 10. For how many member? 2 more member. 4 plus 2, 6. So there's a dip of 60. What is the percentage? According to our assumption, this should be 34. For how many member? 2 new member. Because of new member, it will be 34 into 2, that is equal to 68. If they are 68, there is no change in the average. Since there is change in average, which means that this fellow is not 68. They are less than 68. How much less than 68? 60. What is the meaning of less than 60 less than 68? Means both of their ages are only 8. Now how 2 member will become 8? Many methods, sir. 5 3 is one method. Next will be 6 2. Next will be 7 1. Next will be 4 4. I hope this method will not satisfy the difference criteria of 2 years. Hence, I will tell that my answer is 5 and 3. I'll tell you the shortcut through which you can solve the problem within 30 seconds. That's my job. But first thing, I again recommending every one of my friend that please read the question carefully. The family consists of 2 grandparents, 2 children, and 3 grandchildren. The average age of grandparents is 67, that of the parents is 35, and that of the children is 6. What is the average of entire family? Let me tell you, this is very easy question. See here, 3 type of member are there in my family. One are grandparents, one are parents, then we have grandchildren. What is the average of this group? What is the average of grandchildren?
6.
What is the age of the parent?
35.
This is the average age of both of them. Then what is the average age of this grandparent?
67.
Everyone, see to this very carefully. What is the number? Number of grandparents are how many? 3. Parents are how many? 2. Parents and 2 grandparents. I hope I have taught you something called as a weighted average. And I've told you what is weighted average. Whenever we talk all, entire, total of the average, this is called as weighted average. This is my type 4 problem of averages, where I explained very clearly that whenever the situation occurs where I have to do this kind of calculation in such kind of a problem, what I will do is that I will go back and I'll take the numbers. I'll be remembering my formula. What is my formula of weighted average of 3 things? Can I say that weighted average of 3 things will be
A1 N1 plus A2 N2 plus A3 N3 upon N1 plus N2 plus N3.
I guess everyone are able to recall this formula now. Divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. Now, sir, how one big question coming to everybody mind. Sir, you know this question. You just said that it belong. You might have solved it before. How do we come to know that this is weighted average? It's not normal average. Again, I'm telling you, whenever you see something mixed, 2 things, 3 things, all of them are mixed. And when I'm talking about total situation, the total of the average is called as weighted average. Strength or weaknesses of the method which I teach is that you should have at least a bit of practice, so that you should, looking at the question, you can say that, oh, this is weighted average problem. This is how the formula will be used. Another thing, I can say that, let's say everyone can multiply this number. There's nothing wrong in multiplying this number. I told that ratio, we should always write ratio of the n1, n2, n3. Ratio of the n1, n2, n3 is 3, 2 and 2 only, because there will not be anything else. I cannot take anything common here, so ratio will remain same. So the first number will be 67 into 2. What is 67 into 2, my friend?
134.
134. 35 into 2 will be 70 plus
18.
Divide by how much? 7.
220.
Nothing but 7 threes are 21. 112, 7 ones
7.7.
21.7. The answer of the entire member, my friend. Average age of 5 member is 21. The youngest member, if the age of youngest member is 5, find the average age of the family at the time of birth of the youngest member. See, I'm just explaining. I'm just going with explanation. Then we'll come back and find the shortcuts. Let's say I have 5 member A, B, C, D. This is the present situation. 5 member, and let's say their average is 21. All of their average is 21. If all of their average is 21, can I say that they will be 21? They will be 21. This fellow will be also 21. This fellow will be also 21. This fellow will be also 21. But they said that, let's say E is the youngest one. I'm assuming it is nowhere given. I'm assuming that E is youngest one, and he said that he's not 21, sir. He is only 5, which means that remaining 16 will be transferred to these member only. So now understand, this 4 member summation will be 21 into 4 will be 84, plus 6 will be 90, plus 10 will be 100. This is right now current situation. There's a current situation where 5 member are giving a summation of the average, summation of the age as 100. Now when I'm talking about at the time of the birth of this youngest member, means 5 years ago. 5 years ago means, if I talk about this 4 member giving sum as 100, so can I say that all of them will be nothing but 25? 5 years ago minus 5, which will be equal to 20. So weighted average of the entire family will be 20. Good that somebody asked this question. Let me answer this question for you. I hope you have seen that the 3 years data are given. The data for 3 years are given. What is the data given for 3 years? There is a price for 1 year. Price for 1 year is how much? 7.50. There is a price for second year. What is the price for second year? This price for second year is equal to 8, and there is a price for third year. That is nothing but 8.5. Now let me tell you very clearly. After this, they said that every year expenditure is 4,000. Here also 4,000. Here also 4. If this expenditure is not 4,000, then you guys are gone. Why you guys are gone? Because I hope you can see that these three are mixed, and I'm talking about the entire 3-year average. Means I'm talking about all average, or I can say that total average, which has to be equal to weighted average formula again, which is nothing but A1 N1 plus A2 N2 plus A3 N3 whole divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3. It should be like this if this is not same. Here it is same, here we are saved. Since it is same, I need not to worry. Everywhere I can take the ratio will become how much? 1 1 1 1 1, and that is why it will become A1 plus A2 plus A3 whole divided by 1 plus 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. So this will be, because of this ratio, because of this expenditure here, it ends up into A1 plus A2 plus A3 whole divided by 3. But sir, it is not A1, it is not average one. I told you in the class also, A1 is not average. A1 is representation of a term which is of form A by B. Here price is of form A by B. So A1 will be replaced by the price one. So one method is that add all three, then divide by 3, you'll get the answer. But if this is also not, you're not supposed to do this one also. In the class, if you have remember, I said very clearly, these are the three numbers. Average will be always between maximum and minimum. When I'm saying average will be always between maximum and minimum, when I've seen the options, I remember till now only one of the option, which was I think 7.98 or 7 point something, which was between this range. Rest all of them were out of the range. Since I don't have option right now, what I will recommend you people is that please add this number and divide by 3. That is 7.5 plus 8.5 will be 8 plus 8 16 plus 24 by 3 will not be the answer which I'm getting 8. So where I'm going wrong? I'm going wrong because I have assumed this expenditure as number. This is called as quantity. I should not do this A1, A2, A3 by 3. This quantity is not 3. This is expenditure ratio is 3. So what is the meaning of this, sir? Price is equal to expenditure by quantity. What do you mean to say, sir? Let me simplify it off. You went in the market, you asked what is the price, and somebody said that ₹5 per kilogram. So whenever I talk about this kind of situation, I want to find the quantity. This kilogram is quantity, which I have to write here N1, N2. So this quantity will be nothing but equal to Q is nothing but equal to expenditure by price. So expenditure is 4,000, price is this much. From here I'll be getting the quantity 1. Expenditure is 4,000, price is how much? 8. You'll be getting the answer something like this. From here quantity 2. Price is 8.5, expenditure is this. You'll be getting quantity 3 from here. So this will give you quantity 1, this will give you quantity 2, this will give you quantity 3. Then you find the ratio of quantity 1 is to quantity 2 is to quantity 3 and substitute it here. This is by mistake I've written it off, and then you'll get the answer. But this all things are not supposed to be done because it will take a lot of time for you if you do. You will be doing like this. Come back with the option. I think 6 point something was one option, 6.98. Second option was 7 point something. 7.58 I guess, or 55. Then third option was here
8.97.
The last option, my friend,
9.89.
9.89. Thank you very much. So whoever is asked this question, let me tell you, in examination nobody will ask you to find this quantity, because you see 4,000 by 7.5 is not easy calculation. 4,000 by 8 at least you can do the calculation. 4,000 by 8.5 is also not easy calculation. So in examination, if you have seen my method carefully, they will not ask anything which will take a lot of time. So they'll give you a question like this. They'll give you an option like this only. So since you have seen the options, According to option elimination, we know that average will be greater than 7.5 and less than 8.5. Greater than 7.5 and less than 8.5 means this is the first part of the option is wrong option, because this is less than 7.5. This is greater than 8.5, also wrong answer. It's also greater than 8.5, also wrong answer. So what is the right answer? I can get 7.98. Do you remember type 3 of my class? The video which I made, it's there in YouTube also. I hope you remember type 3. I said that whenever there is increase or decrease, your mind will say that, sir, this is type 3 problem. Let me tell you the solution faster. How many members are there in the group, sir? In the group, sir, there are 6 members. No problem. 6 members are there. Got it. Their average increased by how much? By 2, sir. When 2 members whose age 55 and 60 are substituted by a woman. So in the class, if you remember, I did that when one man went and one woman came. This time, instead of one man, there are 2 men went. This man 1, this is man 2. Dude, I guess I said this very clearly. Woman who is coming first should balance the change. What is the change happening here, my friend? 55. What is the change here happening? 60. So the woman who is coming will definitely substitute first these 2 members. What is the age of these 2 members together? This will be 150. So first of all, in order to balance the average, in order to maintain the average, the woman has to be 115. Let me read the question one more time. Average of 6 members in the committee increased by 2 when 2 men 55 and 60 substituted by 2 women. Okay, no problem. So it's not for only one woman, it is for 2 women, woman 1 as well as woman 2. So can I say that these 2 women will be definitely first substituting these 2 men, which means that they will first make sure that this 55 and 60 gap will be filled. And once this gap is filled, they have also to work upon the increment. They have to also work upon the increment. How much increment has to be done? Increment has to be done 2 for each member. 2 for each member means how many members are there in the group? 6. So 2 for each member, the total increment will be 12. So I hope you understand. The woman who is coming in the group should first maintain 55, first maintain 60, and also this is nothing but what? This is for balancing or original average kind of thing, and also should work upon the increment component. What is the increment component? 6 into 2. 6 into 2 will be nothing but 12. So they're asking that what is the average of 55, 60 and 12? As simple as this. If you want to find the average, there are many methods. Whatever way you want, you can find the average of these two lady. You can do like this. Give 5 to this person, make him 60. If you're giving 5 to this person, now this lady is also 60, this lady is also 60, 7 is left out. So divide 7 on 2%. If you divide 7 on 2%, this will become 3.5. So difference of 3.5, the answer will be 63.5 if I'm not wrong. The average of these 2 lady will be 63.5. To the questions. Method number 1. Method number 1, I hope you can see that. How do I identify this method number 1? Because I have boys, average student of the class is something, average age of boys. I have boys with me, I have girls with me. Their average age is given 64.5. Girls' average age is given as 15.5, 16.4 and 15.4. So I hope everyone understood. In my class, I have boys as well as girls. Boys' average is 16.4 and girls' average is 15.4. After mixing it up, I got the average of whom? I got the average of entire class, which is nothing but 15.8. Quickly, those who attended my class of allegation and mixture, I hope you can get the answer very fast. It just says that just push it up. If you push it up, you'll get 16.4, one group. 16.4, in the middle it will be 15.8, and here it will be 15.4. Method says that take the difference between these two number, take the difference between these two number. So kindly take the difference. Now, what is this difference is 6? Is this difference 0.6? And is this one is 0.4? This 0.4, this 0.6. I hope you can say that this point and this point will cancel out each other. And once you do this part of story, cross multiplication, this will become 4. This will become 6. When this is 4 and 6, if you take the ratio of these two things, you're getting the ratio as 2:3. See this one. What is happening is that earlier, this is the status of the group. What is the status of the group? There are 24 members. Got it. What is their average? 35. One more member try to join this group. If that member who is joining this group, first of all, that member should match the original average. That is what I taught you. If that person is matching the original average, then there is no increase or decrease. Question says that average increased. How much increased? 800 gram. If average increased by 800 gram, which means that 800 for one person. 24 was there. One more member joined, that is teacher. So now total member is how much? 25. For one person, it is 800 gram. For 25 person, 800 gram. Let's convert it into kilograms so that my things will be easy. This will be cancelling out. This will be cancelling. No, don't cancel, because this will cancel out each other easily. 4 times, and this 80 by 4 will be 20, which means that the teacher who is coming in the group is responsible because of for this change. The person who is coming in the group is responsible for this change, which means that this increment component will be also taken care by the person who is coming in the group. That is 20 kilogram. Which means that now this teacher who is not only 35, he is more than 35. How much more than 35? 20. Hence the teacher is how much? 55.
Thank you for watching this video. You should definitely watch the next video. Link in description.